Hi, buddy. It's Crazy, and for another week, we're up to episode number 20. Woohoo! The old 2.0. Um, Last week, I put out there to my people out there on YouTube and also on my server, hey, let me know in the comments, or jump on over to my server and say, hey, which one do you want me to do? You want me to do Learned Experience on Wednesdays or the Oops videos on Wednesdays? Let me know. And most everybody said, hey, Learned Experience needs to go to Wednesday. And I was going to do that, but unfortunately, life and work made it a little bit hard for me to do so. So that is being moved to next week. Next Wednesday is coming, or just coming up Wednesday. It's going to Wednesday, and so today I'm making up for this past Wednesday. So 2.0 will be the end of the Friday series of the Learned Experience. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. The book I'm working on right now, working out of right now, is called Automate the Boring Stuff with Python. Okay. I did several books from No Starch Press. If you'd like to buy these books, you can go. The links are in the description. You got No Starch Press itself, which actually sells these books, or you can go to HubbleBundle.com, which actually sometimes has these on sale for a whole group called a bundle, and the proceeds go to charity. Okay, so go there and help out charity and get you some good books, or you can go to North Starch Press. All of them are in the description. And so, with that being said, let's go ahead and get that going. I'm up to page 147. Let's go ahead and find my mouse cursor because I can't find it. There we go. 147. Okay, which is chapter number 7. Chapter 1 to chapter 6 was basically a remedial, kind of get you back into the swing of Python. It's not a really good starter book for learning Python from the beginning. I would suggest a different one. But for this one, it's to get you motivated back into it so you can learn some of the projects later on from chapter 7 on. Okay, I'm up to chapter 7, which is pattern matching with regular expressions. Now, I didn't understand what regular expressions were. I was like, what is this? What is these regular? Huh? Basically, it's like a word find. You've got find in just about any program you can find out there. You want to find a certain word or a certain thing. This is the same thing, but it's through Python, and it's pretty awesome because it's got some really cool things that you can do in it, and some really neat bits of code that can actually make things a little bit easier. And so with that, I've got all these right here, and I started, like I said, beginning of chapter 7, and then I worked my way all the way down to right here, and I was, trying to figure out these last two, so I made two different copies. And I'm going to say this because a lot of people, say, well, what, Crazy, did you just copy and paste all that? No, I did not. I typed every single character, every single one, every single space, every single character, you name it, I did it. And that's over 281 lines of code, and which really isn't much. The best thing I can tell people who are just starting out using Python, refrain from copy and paste. It's not really hard to deal with because you're trying to figure it out. But when you're copying and pasting, you're not really learning it. You're just copying it and putting it somewhere else. The best bet is to type it all out. And I'm pretty sure some of them people are going, but that's a lot of code. I don't want to type all that. Well, then you don't really even want to be a coder then. Then you really do not want to get into programming. You do not want to get into game design. You don't. If you can't type out code, then it's not going to be worth your while. Okay? And there's a few people I know that go, no, I ain't doing that. No, you can keep that. Okay? And then there's other people who just, you say, well, how do I get it to make a circle? And then, here you go. And like, oh, I wanted to learn that, not be given it. So there's some people that are whizzes with coding, and there are some people who are crap at coding. I was pretty bad at start, and I copy pasted, copy pasted. Ooh, this will work. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and error, 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 error. That's what I was getting. I was getting error here, typos here. I mean, it was so bad that I was literally going, why am I doing this? And then I started getting into the flow and understanding how Python worked, and it was like, now I know where I was going wrong. You know, if you're just starting out, don't copy and paste. Don't do it. Resist from it. It's not going to help you in the long run, okay? Type out the words. Get them down. Understand them, okay? So getting back to the actual topic, so I typed all these out, and I was just like, this is like, to me, would be next level stuff, right? And people are like, well, it's just a bunch of phone numbers, crazy. Yeah, but these may be like what, two or three of them, but yet if you had 1,000 pages that you had to go through, okay, you had, I'll say 1,000 pages that had 500 words per page, okay, that you had to look through to find telephone numbers. Just telephone numbers. You don't have to know what they are for. You just need to find telephone numbers. And that's 1,000 pages. If you did that by hand, it would take you an extreme long period of time. Okay? Just program this one, what? I'm going to say, what, two lines of code? 2 lines of code. Okay? Literally, 2 lines of code that will go through any number of documents to find that telephone number. Okay? That's a hacker's paradise right there, or crank caller's paradise. But you can find every number in the phone book without even have to look at the phone book. Yeah, try that out, man. I know some of you probably don't even know what a phone book is. Sorry, showing the age here. A phone book actually was a listing of people's names and telephone numbers. And you used to look through it when you wanted to find them, especially businesses. And businesses in the Yellow Pages had so many ads and stuff like that. Imagine running this little program and finding every single number. You couldn't do that, okay, in real life. Okay, it would take you a god-awful amount of time to go through the phone book. Okay, but this program, seconds. And you have every single number in that book. Every single one of them. So it's something simple. Automate the boring stuff. That's the whole idea of this book. And it's like, I'm starting to understand it, and I'm like, oh, you could probably do an inventory with that, or something, And so I'm up to page 159 is where I ended off. Okay, and if I type that in, where you can make your own character classes. Okay, I don't know anything about that yet. I learned a little bit about character classes, but not enough. And I really, it's got my interest tweaked. So stay tuned Wednesday for that episode. It'll be episode number 21. So, I mean, I think it's pretty good, So for all those people who were expecting me to have that one out Wednesday, I apologize. I do apologize. It should have been out. And like I said, life and work got in the way, and it kind of really made it hard for me to get it out on Wednesday. But I promise you, next Wednesday, episode number 21 will be on Wednesdays, okay? Because I do want to break them up so that way I'm not fighting it at one night, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions, jump on over to my Discord server. The link is in the description. Or leave me a comment. Drop me a comment right down there. And say, hey, crazy, this, that, the other, whatever. Give me a comment. Say something. Okay? Other than that, if you'd like to help me make more videos or help me work on my Oops game, and you don't have any programming skills but you would like to help out, I do have a Patreon page. Or if you would like to see my Oops videos, because those are only for certain people, which is Trusted's on my Discord server or my Crazy Fam, or Patreons. And if you'd like to be one of those, that's also in the description. Okay? Until next time, we'll see you then.